Hello everyone, Nathan here with a modding quick tip for the day. Now this quick tip is the print function, which, you know, you may not think it's a big deal, but trust me, when you get to these more complicated things, and I'm not even going to be doing it in a complicated example here, you'll really be thankful for these. So, here we have my Morfire mod, and we're looking at the default torch. Now I have a callback that runs on construct. So when I construct the torch, and pretty much by that it means I place it in the world, it does something. First, actually, it checks a external configuration file to see if finite torches, or finite, I guess is how it's actually pronounced. I always pronounce it finite, but whatever. Finite torches. If that equals true, then we start a timer. Well, we define a timer, and then we start a timer for 8 minutes. Wait, that's not 8 minutes. I've been saying 8 minutes, it's not 8 minutes. Oh well, we start a timer. And after that amount of timer, we call something else. So, let's say we did this, but we want to know if this is actually working. We can just throw the word print, and then quotes, and say, hey, is this working? And save it. Then we just launch Minetest. We hit play, wait for things to load, and then let's put a torch out, and then we'll actually exit to the menu. That's all we had to do. And then we'll just pull up the text editor and open the debug file, which I should have right here. Now the debug is going to output all of anything that we put print in. It's going to show up in the debug file. If you have a terminal open when you are playing Minetest, I think Windows does that by default. It is suppressed on Linux, but I believe you can open it via a terminal and get it to show. It'll give you the output right there in the console, but otherwise it's in your debug. So here we have this, hey, is it working? Is this working? So we know that when we were playing the game, this function was called. So then we can do another one. If finite torches are true, we will print. Wow, turned no. Torches will burn out. Ha. Exclamation point. Alright, so let's just launch Minetest up again. And let's play. And let's place another torch. Let's place a bunch of torches, actually. Let's use up all the torches I have. Out of torches. Okay, well, let's quit the game. And let's reload the debug, and let's see what happened here. Single player places default torch at, hey, is this working? Okay, so according to this, that's working, but my finite torches must be set to false, which means they will last forever. So let me just pop up the config text. It is set to false. Let's change that to true. Whoa, wow, I should learn how to spell. Let's not put a period in because that'll mess things up. And then let's play this again. Well, I didn't actually want 290, but I guess that's okay too. Let's throw some torches out. I got 290, so I think we can put out as many as we want without any issues. Okay, so we just put out a bunch of torches. Cool. Let's exit to the menu. Let's reload debug. Ooh, torches will burn out. Huh. Very nice. So, using the print function. Whoops. It was under notes. Using the print function, you can use it to find what's going on in your code. If you're getting some sort of a bug, something's not working right. Like, right here is a perfect example. If finite torches equals true, then print torches will burn out. So, if we're playing, it's like, my torches aren't dying. What's going on? Well, of course, we would just look at the config file, but if there was actually a problem in the config, it's like, I can change my config and nothing's happening either way. Then you would just throw something right underneath that if. And if it never prints, okay, that something's wrong with the config file, and it's not even reading this. So prints can be very useful. Additionally, we can do prints of things outside of strings. So like here, we're just telling it what to type out, but we can do, we can print out information as well. So right here we have local node, which is Minetest get node position. So basically, the engine is telling us what node is at the position that the torch was placed at, which is always actually going to be the torch. But that's okay. We need to do that just so we can swap the node out here. No, wait, why am I doing that? I don't need to do that, because I don't touch that. What in the world? Well, anyways, it'll still help to, oh, man, I don't feel like waiting that long, though. Let's change this to 10 seconds, and let's change the config back to false. Okay, so torches will burn out. I've got a timer here that starts when the torch is placed, runs for 10 seconds. When the timer runs out, this function is called, which will print out the node's name now, and then it will do change the one node into another node. But I'm going to do another thing here because this might catch you up a lot. And I know it did me at first till I figured out what was going on. So we'll play it, and let's just put out a random torch here. And then wait 10 seconds. Waiting, waiting, waiting. It may actually run a little longer than 10 seconds because of lag. Ollie, lolly, wow. Okay, I feel like this has been a lot longer than 10 seconds. Did I not save something? Nope, I saved it. Timer start 10 seconds. Well, this wasn't intended to go that way. Let's see what happened. Let's look at those print functions. Hey, is this working? It definitely is. It didn't say torches will burn out, so we know that's working, right? So then what's not working? Hey, Goofy Torch, you should have died. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you should not be existing anymore. Just go nilly-willy placing more torches. Lots and lots of torches. These things should be dropping like flies right now. Okay. I bet I have something. Finite torches equals false. Oh, wait. That should be set to true. When true, torches will burn out after a day. That's what we want, so I goofed. Again, see, that's where the prints come in handy. Though I think I may have totally had that print out the wrong error message, or the wrong update. Okay, there we go. So now it switched this node out, turned it into a torch stub. So let's exit there, and let's reload this. Let's see what's going on. Torches will burn out, huh? Okay, yeah, so I goofed. It was totally my fault. I had stuff right, I just... wrong file. Here we go. So, wrapping this up. Here we have, it printed out, hey, is this working? Torches will burn out. So, those work exactly as we expected. But now we have the print node name and print node. Well, when you do the node.name, it prints the name data of the node. So it's telling us what the node's name is, which is default torch. Then when you look at this node, it just gives us this weird hex string. Now, I'm not positive, but I believe that is the unique ID of that node in the database. So, because it says table here, so I'm assuming we're going in a database if we have tables. So yeah, print node is pretty much useless, because I don't think you can compare that hex to anything. But if you do node name, then you get the name of the node, and you can compare that to something else. I'm not doing that at all in this spot, but to show you someplace where it is useful, let's take a look at kindling here. The wrong one. Let's look at the ABM here. And I do something like that to change my embers into kindling after just a little over 3 minutes. So we have, if the fuel time in the fire is less than 0, then we want to check what the node is. So we check that by doing local node equals Minetest get node position. If node name equals more fire campfire contained, then we swap it around and turn it into more fires embers contained and start this timer. When you're doing things like this, you might be going, why is this not working? I'm sure this is the right node name. What's the deal? So you can always just throw in a print here and just do, I'm just going to print out the node name, and then I'm going to know exactly what's being called by looking in the debug, and then I will just adjust this accordingly and make things work. So don't underestimate the print function. It is really extremely helpful, and you can pretty much just throw it in anywhere in your code, and when that code gets executed, it'll print out in the debug for you, and you can pretty much go from there and say, okay, well, this seems to be the problem then. Let's get that working. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. Print function. Learn to use it and love it. I personally always do strip most of those prints out before I upload anything. At least comment them out, if nothing else. Because you really don't want to be that guy who writes a mod, and then you're doing this to everybody's debug outputs. Right here. Hey, is this working? If I'm looking through my debug, and I'm not someone who changes it often because I don't make mods, and I have to open it one day, and it's like, 50,000 lines long, and there's, oh wow, it says, hey, is this working every other line here. There's just all this dumb text. What's going on? Why is this file so huge? Don't be that guy. Comment or delete out your print functions before you upload, just so nobody has to deal with like a 40 megabyte debug file because they're never going in and deleting it, and it never clears itself. So yeah, just a little word of warning. Remove that stuff so people don't have to see it. But yeah, that is that. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you again next week.